What's up? We're here again. I'm fashionably late. And I realize y'all expect me to come on this bad boy around 4:30. I think nobody's in right now, but the people that usually check in. If I'm not on exactly at 4:30, you know after 4 I'm gonna be on. I gotta start saying between 4:30 and 5 p.m. Work went smooth. Just finishing up at work, getting stuff together. Now I'm back on the road, Springfield, Massachusetts. And as you can see, with the environment passing me by, it's beautiful outside. You know, you can see for yourself. It looks gorgeous. Matter of fact, we're just gonna leave it like this for a little bit so y'all can see the sights. Sometimes you gotta just take in the beauty, man. If you're gonna look at this screen so much, look at my face. I mean, I think I'm beautiful. I think I'm handsome. But I'm not as beautiful outside. It's about 68 degrees. It's perfect. And once I get home, I don't got to stop off and do nothing. So once I get to the crib, I'm going to cut this grass real quick. I think just the front. I'm going to cut the front lawn if it hasn't been cut already. Neighbors be helping out when I'm not around. That's a good thing to have some cool neighbors, you know. Because it's going to come a point in time when I ain't there no more, you know. Very, very soon, like around the fall, I'm going to be out. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have people help out my moms and stuff. That's cool. I got to look at y'all, though. Let me look at y'all, mofo. Look good. What's goody, mob? You see my huge body. This camera, I mean, I'm a bigger guy. But the way, you know what? It's just this seat make me look way bigger than what I am. If you're just looking like this and it's just this shit all blend in and make me look way, I'm like, damn, am I that big? But you can see the difference right there. Come on, man. Like if I'm just chilling like this, and you're not paying attention, you'll think my body was way over there. No, this is me. This is my body right here. This is the real right here. Yeah, I can still stand to lose. I don't like saying lose weight. I can still stand to gain fitness. I don't want to lose weight. I want to gain fitness. I can still stand to gain fitness. But I think, 2017, I got almost like 278 pounds. Let's just say 280. And now I'm down to, even though it's like 9 years later, I should be way less than this, but I'm still down 30 pounds. And at one point, I got down to like 235, I want to say, a couple years back. I was doing pretty good. Got a lady. She liked to eat. I like to eat. So we just eat together. We could stand. She runs a lot. I don't. I could stand to be. You know, you never put your fitness responsibility on somebody else. So I was about to say we could stand no. You know, she gonna do what she do, but I got my health is my responsibility. I could stand to be a little bit more physically active, even though my job is moderately physically demanding, but I can get some more cardio in there. You know what I'm saying? What up, Fortnite man? My first moderator ever, but I can stand to go a little harder. Things are getting better. The IBS is getting way better. My intestines are almost normal. My God. To all my young people, eat your fruits and your vegetables and drink a lot of water. If you're under 25, your body can pretty much break down rocks. You eat rocks, it'll break it down to dust. When you're over 35, you can eat 1 spoon of ice cream. It'll transform into a stone. But if you're taking care of it from an early age, once things start to slow down, your body's already in shape, it's already conditioned internally. So you won't have all the digestive issues and meal restrictions that a person like myself with IBS has. You know what I'm saying? Take care of it early so it take care of you later. If you don't take care of it earlier, life in your 40s will be a struggle. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Oh shit. I almost fucked up. I don't have the lapel mic because my phone battery's kind of low. I don't have the vent blowing directly on speakers, so I should be good. But I'm gonna connect this to the charger real quick. It's crazy, you know, every time I'm trying to do something with my car, trying to figure some shit out, cars just be speeding, just passing by me like madmen. You know? Like that shit's crazy. You know? Jace Messer, shout out to Jace Messer. You actually shout him out. Shout out I did. Make sure you sub to the channel. And y'all all down here because I'm trying to get this charger on. I'm doing some dangerous ass shit. I'm driving with no hands right now. But I do, my bad. I do all this dangerous stuff for y'all for the sake of entertainment. Like my video. Make sure y'all thumbs this up. It ain't that many of y'all. We want to build this up to when I'm driving home, it's 500 of y'all watching me and commenting at the same time. But I can only get there with your help. So all y'all got to do for me, man, the moment that you come in and see my face, click that thumbs up button, share it to your peoples, subscribe if you have not, push that subscription button. And we are going from 291 West in Springfield to 91 South, and it's always bottleneck situation right here where the traffic slows down. But it's all good. I'm used to this. I deal with this every day, and it entertains me to entertain you guys and gals, or whatever you identify as. So, thanks for whoever liked. I hope you shared it too. I hope you subscribed as well. So, it don't bother me just being in this traffic. Hey, when there's traffic like this, when it slows down, I can take both my hands off the steering wheel, get my snack on, you know? Water. Lots and lots of water. You said let's sharpen up these jokes. Hey, Fortnite, man, you know what's funny, man? This podcast has evolved, man. I don't only just come on and be like, hey, I'm going to tell some jokes. If it happens, it happens. I take a more organic approach to it. I just let the comedy come. I am comedy. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to consciously tell myself I'm going to work and practice. You know what I mean? Nah, I don't have to do that. It just happens. Like the other day, I don't know if you watched me like a couple of days ago, but I came over just like just riffing, just talking trash. I was talking about Indian dating habits, and I was talking about the time that I was with a Indian woman, but she was a butch lesbian that looked like Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks. I was talking about the redemption center at the Stop and Shop near where I live, and how it's a lot of undesirables, and how if I had to do it, if I had no other choice, I definitely would collect cans, because prostitution is it's off the table with me. I got a pot belly, a bald head, you know what I'm saying, and a gut. I got a pot belly and a bald head and gray hairs on my face. So if I'm trying to prostitute myself, I'm gonna starve to death. So we're gonna collect these cans first. But I said I ain't there yet, and I'd rather not be there, because those redemption centers is disgusting. I probably got about $10 worth of cans in my trunk right now. I just refused to cash them in. It was like, yo, man, you wasting $10. I was like, no, I'm not. That $10 is the cost of me not having to be around people that smell like beer and semen. That is the tax that I pay to be away from people with open sores on their face, guarding like 7 shopping carts. You know what I mean? And then I said, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. And I was like, even if you don't love your mother, even if you hate your mother, recognize she still made the decision to carry you for over 9 months to term. Even if you hate her, she ain't in your life, be thankful that she did that. Because she could have just took you out with a coat hanger, she could have just took you out with a coat hanger, stuck her where the sun don't shine, but she didn't. So even say happy Mother's Day to her. That despicable woman that despises you. She ain't have to carry you to term, but she did. Unless she was one of them drunk high mothers that was drunk and high the whole time and didn't even realize it was pregnant. That's happened too. You know, man. The topic of this video, it says ride the wind. Is that what I said? Ride the wind, man. Obviously, wind is air. It is something that we breathe. Also, wind. It's funny, and I just thought about wind is an energy source in the sense that we can use wind to propel things, right? We use wind to like the big wind, what's it called? The wind towers, those giant fans, as an energy source. And wind, air, is literally an energy source for us. Every time we breathe, like you inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and you're riding the wind. 1 second. Inhale, exhale. No, the title of this video is Let the Wind Take You. You got to let the wind just do what it does. Every time you inhale and you exhale, you're letting the wind take you. If you try to fight that, hold your breath when you breathe in or hold your breath when you breathe out, if you fight it long enough, you're going to pass out, potentially die. But what do? You let the wind take you. You let the wind keep you alive. And I feel like that's the same thing with life in general. When I say wind, I'm using it as a metaphor for things in your life that are pushing you in a positive way that can be of benefit to you and other people. And when those things start to happen, don't fight it. Don't push it away. Don't try to force the opposite. Just let it happen, man. Ride it. In fact, help propel it. Just like You can control your breathing. You can control the intensity, or you can slow it down. The same thing, man. You can consciously ride the wind, whichever way it's taking you in a positive direction. You know, this is, I ain't gonna lie, this is a difficult topic, because I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I feel like I'm already done. Like, I have nothing else to say. The whole concept is something that's beneficial to you, and it's starting to happen. Allow it to happen. You know, I'll give you an example. This is story time. A couple of years back, my boy Keenan Jerome Floyd, he's a comedian based out of Los Angeles, and he's a dope writer, dope comic. Look him up, Keenan Jerome Floyd. Every now and again, he would visit to New York, and whenever he would come in town, either I would produce a show for him, or we would hang out. And it was one, we hung out for the weekend, like Friday night, Saturday night, I think even Sunday night. And at the time, I didn't have a full-time day job. I was able to kind of move my schedule around. But I think I had to work. I worked for the limo company, and I was scheduled to work the next day. I don't know if it was early now. I can't remember. But basically, Keenan was here, and he was on a podcast. He was going to do a podcast with this comedian named Godfrey. Godfrey, I think he used to be on Mad TV. He did a lot of the 7-Up commercials back in the 90s. He was in Soul Plane. Godfrey's a well-known, he does used to do a lot of interviews on Vlad TV. And at the time, Godfrey had a co-host named Andre Kim, who I'm cool with, who I know. And they invited Keenan, and then Keenan invited me on the show. And Andre and Keenan both invited me on the Godfrey show. That was the wind blowing me towards something. Godfrey, I don't know if he had millions of followers at the particular time on social media, but I know even 5-6 years ago, he was popping. He was doing his thing. That was the wind pushing in my direction that could have propelled me or got more eyes on me. And I was just on some, man, I'm too tired, man. I don't feel like going down there, man. You know what I mean? Just because I spent a lot of time with Keenan over weekend, hitting them shows and hanging out and stuff like that. It was a few years back, but I still think I was like 40, and I'm just like, man, I'm tired, man. You know what I mean? Whatever. Now, fast forward to now, Godfrey and Andre Kim don't really deal with each other. None of those comedians really deal with each other like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I deal with Keenan, I deal with Andre. Andre and Keenan don't really know each other like that, and Godfrey don't deal with either of them. But at the time, if I would have just went with the wind, let it take me to where it needed to take me, at the minimum, I would have been on a major podcast. I think it only had a few 100,000 back then, but still, I barely even had 300, and it would have just got eyes on me from a totally different audience. And then I think a lot of Godfrey's audience would appreciate me, because I may not be as, what's the word? Not smart. But no, he's very, very smart. He's very in depth at the things that he knows. Like my expertise is music and philosophy. But he has a broad range. But he and I, we both do impressions. We do a lot of impressions. So I think his audience would have appreciated that aspect from me. But me, I'm fighting against the wind that's trying to take me somewhere, using sleepiness as an excuse. And I'm not saying it hurt my career to not go on that platform, but I feel like if you are a budding stand-up comedian and you have the opportunity to be on a podcast that reaches millions upon millions of viewers, especially today, that would have been an archive episode that I could have always brought back up. I could have clipped out my moments. There's so many good things that I could have did with that appearance. But I pushed against the wind. The wind was trying to take me in that place, and I pushed against it. When I should have just rode it. I should have just dealt with it. I should have drank a 5-hour energy. You know what I'm saying? Me and Keenan, I think he was already in New York, so it wasn't like we could have met up and then we just like like the responsibility of driving or whatever, you know. But who knows? But like none of them cats deal with each other no more. So it's like whatever connection that I had with Godfrey, or just to be on that podcast at that moment, doesn't exist anymore. Because I didn't ride to win, man. Another example. I'm in Los Angeles for the first time in 2018 for my 39th birthday. And, you know, I think weed was just legalized back then. So me and my boy Cliff, you know, we eating gummies and edibles and stuff like that every day, you know what I'm saying? Like, we in LA. It's legal. We getting high. Well, I had a gig, the gig that I was actually booked for, that I reached out and finally got a booking. I'm on a flyer and everything. I ate this big ass weed brownie, and it had me hallucinating so much that I wasn't able to perform that good, you know? Didn't do well at all. You understand what I'm saying? And in that room, for anybody who had eyes on me, that was their first impression of me. I mean, I had a couple chuckles here and there, but I didn't tell no jokes. I was just babbling. I was supposed to do like 7 minutes. They're like 3. You know what I'm saying? It felt like an eternity. I found that audio too. I want to download that audio and put some cartoons behind it. You know what I mean? That's gonna be funny. I'm gonna put something together. Yeah. Yeah, it was terrible, man. And matter of fact, because I think I got the video within my YouTube of me recapping what happened that evening. So I got the audio of what actually happened that evening, and then I have myself recapping what happened during that evening. So what I can do is I can have the actual audio of my performance, because I don't got a video, just the audio. Then I can take the audio of me recapping the evening, I could put it in AI, and I can have AI animate, like I put a picture of myself doing stand-up, but then I have AI animate the different scenes of what is happening that evening, right? And then I go into a video editor, and all of the art, all of the scenes that it generates, I'll put it together to make it coincide with whatever it is that I'm saying. So I can have myself a funny little cartoon of when I bombed miserably in Burbank, California, high as hell off the weed brownie. So that was an instance right there. The wind got me out there, but then I overdid it as far as, like, you know, trying to be the Cali I'm getting lifted guy. You know what I'm saying? Another instance, the comedian Talent Harris from New York, from Mount Vernon. I think years ago there was a contest at the Stress Factory. And at the time, you know, I think it was 2018, so I was like 4 years in, but I thought I had a pretty solid set, but I was drinking a lot. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I think this was even 2017, but I was drinking a lot. Not realizing that drinking, like, really, really hampered my performance. So I'm thinking I'm about to run through everybody like it's no problem, because I was busting motherfuckers' ass, excuse my language, but I'm feeling competitive, but I was busting dudes already. I don't know if I was winning contests, but I was the type that, even though I was pretty new at comedy, I was only like my 4th year in, to this day, I always take it serious when I do open mics. I treat open mics like I'm doing an actual show. At any rate, it was a heavy hitters in there. You know what I'm saying? I think Brandon Reeves was there. My boy George T. Funny just got started. Boy JT Moore was up. It was a couple of hitters in there, man. And I was so drunk that, like, one of my jokes, the turkey neck joke, I messed up on the setup. When I set it up, I say, you know, old ladies, they got a turkey neck. But I forgot to say that old ladies, you know, basically you can tell when a woman is lying about her age when she's older than what she is, because she has a turkey neck. I forgot to insert that information. So later on in the joke, I said I met this girl, she tried to lie about her age, she had a turkey neck. I told her a couple of jokes, I made her laugh. But earlier in the joke, I don't set it up to the point of saying that that's the way you can tell a woman's true age, by her turkey neck. I don't say that. Now, when I say she had a turkey neck, I told her a couple of jokes, I made her laugh. Yeah, people they can get the visual of the turkey neck and like they can get that visual, and I think it's still a solid punchline. But when you give the setup of how her having that turkey neck is probably one of the main indicators that she's older than what she is, it makes the punchline way stronger. And I just forgot because I was drunk. The wind took me to that station to even be there, and I dropped off. It's like literally fighting the wind. You're primed and you're put in a good situation, and all you gotta do is let's just do the right thing and coast. Do the right thing like Spike Lee, and just coast. But you want to fight against that. You want to be difficult. You want to be drunk. You want to do a whole bunch of edibles. You know what I'm saying? You want to act like you too sleepy. There's no excuse. There's no sleepiness. There's no I was too drunk. There's no I was too high. None of those things should be an excuse when the wind is literally presenting you with an opportunity for you to ride it in order to make yourself elevate to a next level. And that's all I'm saying. I know that the analogy is kind of convoluted. It's a little complicated, but I like it like that. Sometimes I think of an analogy in my head, and as I keep talking, it's like layers keep adding to it. It's like Michelangelo said. He does not create these beautiful sculptures. He's just removing the stone to let you see what's already been there. These ideas that I'm spitting, they've always been here, but I'm just I'm gradually uncovering parts and pieces, and I'm seeing more. The more I see, the more I can explain it, and the more that you see, and you can appreciate that which it is that I explain. I'm not trying to give any answers. I just want you to see a different perspective, you know? But I think those three examples are good enough, man. Ride that inspiration, ride the motivation, ride the favorable circumstances, ride the blessing. If something is presented to you, and you acquiescing to the command instead of trying to fight it, but you acquiescing and agreeing to it will help elevate you. When I say agreeing with something as simple as don't drink before a show, don't eat edibles before a show. You understand what I'm saying? Drink a 5-hour energy if you're too sleepy, so you can get to where you need to be. Speaking of which, I feel kind of sleepy, but I have something, and this is dangerous. You know, I'm always doing some dangerous shit when I'm driving. But I got something that'll combat that, my sleepiness right now, and I should have it out and on deck at all times. But I got something that'll help with sleepiness. Look at how I work, man. I work like a blind man. I just be knowing what stuff is without even looking at it. I just go and grab it, man. You know what I'm saying? Grab it the way Donald Trump grabbed it. No, I'm playing. I don't know if what I'm looking for is here, and just as I said that is right here. This right here is just a little Listerine, little squirt. Get that mint going through your nose, your nostrils. Get you a little jolt, a little boost. I was feeling like a little bit congested. Now it's clear. I look like a light-skinned Isaac Hayes. Damn, I'm getting old. This is crazy. Should I dye the beard, yo? I mean, I am 47, and you know, they say embrace the age, but damn. It's like every day I look at the beard, it's just more salt and pepper here. Salt and pepper here. Salt and pepper here. Now, wait a minute, y'all. I need y'all to get on the dance. So all you fly brothers, get out there and dance. Dance, I said. Salt and pepper here, and we're in effect. working up a sweat. Come on, girls, let's go. Show the guys what we know, so we can be number one at the hot body show. Now push it, bam, ba da da da, da da. Push it good, bam, ba da da da. Put real good, bam, ba da da da. Push it good, bam, ba da da da. Push it real good. Yo, baby, pop. Yeah, you come and give me a kiss. Better make it fast or else I'm going to get pissed. Can't you hear the music pumping hard like I wish you would? Now push it, pump. I can't believe I remember that song, and it came out when I was like 8 years old, 8 or 9. The bars was basic back then for most rappers, unless you was Coogee rapper Rock Caramel or KRS-One. But yeah, man, that's all I had to say. You know what? I'm giving myself the light. It is time to get off the stage. I had a great time with you individuals, as I always do. Ride that wind. Let the wind take you, man. Let the wind take you to somewhere positive. It's only trying to take you somewhere positive. If something positive is knocking at your door, and all you have to do is open that door and let it take you wherever it needs to take you, wherever you are going. And as I tell all my young up-and-coming comedians, there is no such thing as writer's block. If the comedy guys have not given you anything new to scribe, that is their way of telling you to work out the things that they already gave you. Stay away from the nonsense. Stay away from the negativity. Stay away from the gossip. Stay away from the foolishness. Stay away from the rumors. Focus on the funny and lead with love. Life is not something that happens to you in spite of you. Life is an experience for you to behold. So get to behold it. Deuces.